and I camp along the way in here. And so let me show you my setup so you'll see what I'm doing. This is not a full tour. I've done a bit of a tour before if you want to look a ways back, and I'll probably do one in the future. But I'll just give you a peek at how I do this. Well, good morning, y'all. I'm at Mountain Village. I just drove in from the campsite, and this is the top of the mountain where you can catch the gondola, and you can park here for free and ride the gondola down to Telluride for free. And I got here, and they've got some little shops here. There's a taco and coffee stand right there, and I was going to get a breakfast burrito and a coffee. And the guy wanted $15 for the breakfast burrito and $5 for the coffee. And I looked over here, and I had gone in this village market yesterday, and I went in there and got a lemon poppy seed muffin and a large coffee for $4.71, so that was a much better deal, don't you think? And I'm sitting at these tables out here. The sun is shining. It's a little cool, but it's perfect in the sunshine. We're right next to City Hall. They have free Wi-Fi here, so I have been sitting here, edited yesterday's video. I am sorry the thing was so long. It was 19 minutes. I cut out about 25 minutes, just sliced 25 minutes out and threw it away because I doubt anyone's going to watch 19 minutes, and I know you were certainly not going to watch 45 or 50 minutes. I wouldn't either. So anyway, I'm not going to make much of a video today. I'm going to see a lot of the same things. I'm just going to turn the camera off, turn the phone off, sit and enjoy the day, take it easy, soak it all in, and then bright and early tomorrow, we will head for Utah and the national parks. We'll be headed for Moab, so I'm excited about that. So I might turn the camera back on later and say a little bit more, but it's going to be a short video today. But hope you're all doing well. I really appreciate you following along on this journey. I believe that I could stand on this bridge and watch this scene all day long. Really peaceful out here. Quiet and peaceful. All right, that was another great day in Telluride. I'm headed back down Highway 145 toward the campground, but I'm going to make one more unscheduled stop. There's a little community called Ophir, O-P-H-I-R, I believe that's how you spell it. I've seen people that have gone through there doing backcountry traveling in Jeeps. The only way to get there is on a dirt road. They have a little post office. It's a little community. So I've heard this pronounced Ophir, and I've heard it pronounced Ophir. So I don't know which is right. It doesn't really matter. The road's not too bad. It's graded. It's gravel and graded. Not too bad. But it's way back in here. I mostly see Jeeps coming through here. I think you can cross through the mountains. I saw some videos, people crossing through the mountains from the other side. Some places I visited on the other side that there really are no roads, regular roads through there, and they came through with Jeeps. That sign says kiddie crossing. Slow down, slow down. Everybody up here's got a camper or a truck camper or a trailer or something. Slow. Yeah, so I guess we could drive up into the mountains there and cross over to the other side, but I think we're just going to turn around and go to our little campground and call it a day. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. I just spoke with one of the locals and asked him how to pronounce it. He said Ophir. It's from the Bible, apparently, he said. Ophir. He said, and if you're from here, you're an Ophiran. I said, are you an Ophiran? He said, I'm from the Bronx, but I'm an Ophiran now. I said, well, this is a little different change of pace. He said, just a little. You know, man, yeah, this is way back in the sticks, sort of off the grid, I guess. I'll show you the little post office down here in just a minute. Okay, here is the little Ophir post office. Look at that tiny little post office. Well, since we've got a lot of new people on the channel, let me introduce myself. My name is Jim. I live just north of Atlanta, and I travel part-time in this subcompact Subaru Crosstrek, and I camp along the way in here. And so let me show you my setup so you'll see what I'm doing. This is not a full tour. I've done a bit of a tour before if you want to look a ways back, and I'll probably do one in the future. But I'll just give you a peek at how I do this. I have a camping setup. I used a Home Depot HDX shelving unit. I have 2 shelves put together that are 2 feet wide by 3 feet long. So 2 of those put together makes for a 2 foot wide by 6 foot long bed. And so I've got a trifold mattress here, 4-inch mattress. Ordered that from Amazon. Sleeping bag here, I have an electric blanket inside the sleeping bag. I use 5-gallon containers and 7-gallon containers, and the combination of those fit perfectly there. I've got a duffel bag here also, a little tiny cooler here. And let's see, I have one other thing, let's see, CO2 detector in case I run my butane heater. Make sure I'm protected there. Down here I have a 2,000 watt hour Blue Eddy power bank, and I have that wired to the engine compartment, and it recharges off the alternator. It's way more than I need here, but it keeps me from having to worry about power at all. I've got 2 USB rechargeable fans, a small one there, a larger one here. They also have lights in there. I keep a thermometer here that shows the temperature and the humidity. What else here? This is a pop-up shower tent that I can shower, or, you know, if nature calls and I'm in a tight, I can use that. I also, back behind there is tucked in, I have a portable toilet, which I have not had to use at all on this trip. But if there's an emergency, I am prepared. Up here, so I slide the front seat all the way forward, lean it forward. I took all the headrest off except for the driver's seat. I don't have any passengers, it's just me, so this works. I can have visibility out. And when I push this all the way forward and lean it all the way forward, it gives me exactly 6 feet for the bed. This is my toiletries bag, towel toiletries bag. So when I stop and take a shower, I have bear spray here, window cleaner. This brush has been really great. I use it to brush out the inside of the car, plus I use it to brush my feet off, so it's kept the car a lot cleaner. When I'm out in a place like this with gravel and dirt and mud, I brush my feet off before I get in the car, so it keeps the car from getting trashed. I made my own window shades using Reflectix material, silver Reflectix material that you can get at Home Depot. I bought black felt and covered them and attached the felt with 3M spray glue. There's a video about that a ways back if you want to look that up. I showed how I made those. There's one back here that's already put into. On the front and the back ones, I used some Velcro to keep it into place, and I stitched the Velcro to the fabric here. I had a friend of mine do it, Miss Verna. A friend of mine did that, so that keeps. Otherwise, the Velcro tends to turn loose from the fabric, but it's stitched on there, and then these are heavy-duty pieces of Velcro, and it works perfect, absolute perfect. So these just pop out. I love these. Perfect. Got a 3.5 gallon water bottle, which I just stop along the way every few days and buy 2 or 3 gallons and refill. Since people are insisting on knowing, if I have to do number 1 in the middle of the night, got a bottle, okay? I'm prepared. And if I need to clean that out or sterilize that or anything else, I've got a container of rubbing alcohol. I've also got a spray container, which is USB powered, and I can shower off with that in my shower tent. Plus I also have another bottle that has a screw on top it's a manual powered shower nozzle. It just sprays, it goes on a bottle. But like I said, not a full tour, just if you've just started watching, you might be curious about the inside of the car, which I haven't shown a lot of. So just thought I'd show you what I'm doing here. Loving this campsite. Let me show you once again. We are right on the creek. This is a beautiful, beautiful campsite right on the creek. And we'll walk down here. I would call this a whitewater creek, and the perfect place to come and sit and watch the sunset. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. Well, I'm going to call this a day. It's been a fun day. I haven't filmed quite as much today, but although this video will still probably be way too long, but just thought I'd take the opportunity to show you a little more of the camping setup, since there's not as much other stuff to talk about today. Tomorrow I'm getting up early and headed for Utah. I have an appointment to get into Arches National Park at noon tomorrow. So it's about a 3-hour drive. So I better get on the road by 8 o'clock, I figure. So maybe before. So anyway, we will get settled in for the evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow. I really appreciate you watching.